Welcome to the Bud's Beer Blurb podcast. You can find the Bud's Beer Blurb blog at budsbeerblurb.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Just search at Bud's Beer Blurb and we'll pop right up.
Hello everyone, I'm Bud Esty, and welcome to Bud's Beer Blurb, the Holiday Edition. What makes this a holiday edition? Well, simply because my co-host Nick Briggs and I are reviewing a couple of holiday beers for you. Also on the show, Nick and I took a trip out to East Granby, Connecticut, where we met up with the Brewheads at Almost Famous Brewing. This was the Brewheads' very first visit to Almost Famous Brewing, so I was really excited to see their reaction to certain beers that Jim Wilfinger has been making. All that's coming up right here on Bud's Beer Blurb, the podcast. Before we get started, I want to talk to you about the podcast itself. I was chatting with a young lady in my doctor's office, and the podcast came up, and she asked me a question that really got me thinking a bit. She asked, "Where is your podcast going?" Not, "What's it about?" or "How did you get started?" She asked, "Where is it going?" That made me think, and I have to say that we're still discovering ourselves. Nick and I are working on being us behind the mic and not some pre-recorded beer review. We want to bring you a show that is unique and more like a late-night talk show with different segments in each episode. We don't want to be some stagnant podcast that sits there going blah, blah, blah. We also have some obstacles to overcome too. We're working on bettering our equipment, figuring out platforms to host our show, and marketing the show. And that's a lot of work. So please, take this journey with us as we grow and develop into Bud's Beer Blurb, the podcast. Now, on to the show. Bud from Bud's Beer Blurb.
Brewhead Brando.
Brewhead Big Mike.
This is Nick from Bud's Beer Blurb.
And we're at Almost Famous Brewing in East Granby, Connecticut. Guys, how about drinking some beers?
Oh, yeah.
Nothing better than that.
So we're going to have a good time here.
Oh, yeah.
You guys ready?
We're ready.
All right, we got ourselves a flight in front of each one of these gentlemen. I'm going to be sipping on a bitch slap because I've tried all these beers, and, well, this is going to be exciting to watch you guys try these for the first time.
Yeah.
Brando, what are we starting with?
We're going highest to lowest. We're going to start off with Bitch Slap, the triple.
Okay, here we go.
All right, should we do this Brewhead style review? Do
Go
the
for
Brewhead
it.
style
Yeah,
review.
absolutely.
All right, so we start with color. We look at the color. Yeah, nice golden hue. Nice. This is what we call dirty right here. You know, you can't really see through it, and opaque. You know?
I can't see his
Yeah.
bald head through the other side. So it's
Yeah,
definitely nice and dark.
So this is what we like with a triple. You want it, unless it's like a West Coasty style triple, then you like that nice orangey,
Nice
dirty
haze.
look. Yeah.
Yeah.
Juicy look to
Yep.
it.
Smell, sweet smell.
Yep.
Looks like a triple, and
Yeah.
it smells like a triple.
Yeah.
Probably tastes like a triple.
It just might.
Just
Man, I
might.
hope so.
It's a hunch.
They're going for their first sip, and
That's smooth.
isn't that
Smooth.
beautiful?
I like the mouthfeel of it. A nice pillowy texture.
Very fluffy.
Yeah, almost. I don't know what's in there, but it almost has that cashmere feel to it.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that hop. It's so fluffy. But yeah, it has like that kind of fluffiness to it. A lot of melon flavor.
Yes.
You know what I gotta say? This is another one I put as a bit of a dangerous beer.
Yes.
I mean, Bud's
Yes.
on his second already. He's
Yeah.
looking nice and happy.
I'm getting the full pours
Oh,
too,
yeah,
baby.
you're looking great
Yeah.
over there with that.
He's not messing around.
No, it's,
No,
it's
I don't.
Just, you
I
can
never
keep,
do.
keep going and going.
Yeah.
It's so smooth that
Yeah.
down a
It is
couple,
smooth.
then forget where you are. But man, did it taste good getting there.
Yep.
I think the only thing with this, it's kind of a bigger body. I think you get full before you get too close.
Interesting.
But it tastes a little green, like young. That may just be how the beer is and how it's made. And that's fine, because it is so smooth, you don't really mind.
Yeah.
If that's a thing for you, like a youngish tasting beer, if that's a problem for you, you really don't mind.
My only thing, I wish it had just a tad bit more hop bite, which is kind of hard with a triple. Triples are usually
You're
more.
pumping that sweet.
Yeah,
You
it's
said
usually
hop
more.
bite?
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
hop
Funny,
bite.
'cause that's my only complaint. It's missing that
Yeah,
little bite.
yeah. I just wanted that. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't mind the low keyness of it. You know, you get a little boozy feeling. I enjoy that hoppy bite that you get with like a nice, good, strong IPA.
I gotta say, it's real funny. Only a seasoned beer drinker would complain about too smooth of a beer.
Yes, right? Exactly. Brando, since you are the one that introduced this one, why don't we start with you? What do you give it for a rating?
I think I would go 4.
4, okay.
It's smooth. Like I said, the only flavor flaw from my palate is that it tastes young.
Has that young tasting feeling.
It has a tasting that you want to try it in 3 weeks and see if anything changed with a lot of the other triples that we've tried and had conversations about, like, this shouldn't have come out yet.
Yeah. This is Almost Famous's very first triple. Really? Yes.
Good for a first triple.
That's good for a first triple.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's really good for a first triple.
Big Mike.
I'm also giving it a 4.
Nice.
Like I said, I just wish it had a little bit more of a hot bite to it. But that's like really, it's, for me, I think this is one of those beers where even if you have someone who's not really into beer or doesn't like that hot bite, you give them one of these and they'll be happy.
Yeah.
You know, they'll drink it. They're like,
yeah.
oh yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
Actually, we find that a lot of triple IPAs are a lot of people's gateway. It's the easiest to drink.
Yeah.
That alcohol flavor does tend to kind of negate the hoppy, if you will.
Yes.
I'm always pleased with Bitch Slap. Nick, my co-host, what do you got?
Now, I gotta say, this is an interesting one because you and I, we're gonna score higher than them for once.
Right.
That's never happened before.
Hold on, wait, but if you give us an algebra equation, I'm not going to be happy.
I'm about to get punched right in the
Yeah.
So I'm looking at a 4.234.
That's simple.
That's simple.
That's my co-host.
Yep.
All right, well, and anything stand out with you?
That's why it didn't get a little higher. As he was talking about, it's missing that hot bite, which is one of my preferred things. You know, I like my West Coast, which is a little bit bitter. It's a little more bitey. And although this was incredibly smooth, I could find myself on the floor if I had 5 of these.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Or somewhere in a field.
Don't worry.
Yes.
I'll bring you home. Don't
Cow
worry.
pasture.
Yeah.
But
All right.
That was the only thing from getting a little higher. Is just I wanted that little kick in the mouth.
Cool. All right, well, hey, on to the next one?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Big Mike, what do we got?
So the next one is I'm tripping. Yeah, that's the double IPA.
Yes.
New England. I'm sorry, I want to preface that. New England double IPA.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
So once again, with color.
Like, it definitely has some lineage to...
You could tell this
Bitch
is...
Slap.
Yeah, you could tell
Yeah,
this
much
is part of
lighter.
Bitch Slap.
Yeah,
It's a little
much lighter.
You know, from the double.
I can still see my own reflection. In it.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit lighter, but still.
Definitely nice and
Same-
easy.
Same.
color.
If you were to pick up a paint swatch, it would be on the same one.
Right,
Just
same
lighter.
page, yeah.
Right, yeah.
I like that analogy.
Now, for me, this one has way more melon smell.
Oh, absolutely.
Way more.
Yeah.
I think in
Absolutely.
general, it's a lot more.
Yeah,
of a
aroma
potent smell.
pop,
yeah.
Absolutely.
The other one, you had to kind of dig for it, smell a little bit to kind of figure out, is that what I'm smelling? But this one, no. It's,
Yeah.
You got a lot of melon.
100%. Yeah.
Very,
Damn
very
thing.
pungent.
All right.
We ready?
Give it a taste. Right?
Much more of a tropical.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you get a lot more tropical notes, very lighter. Of course, not as boozy.
Right.
But
Right.
also, it does not taste, maybe just because we had the 10, it does not taste as high, because this is...
7.5?
7.5? No, 8.2. This is 8.2.
Oh, all right.
So this is, this is still pretty up there.
Yep.
Maybe because we had Bitch Slap, it doesn't taste that high horsepower, but it's very pleasing.
It is extremely pleasing. This is a good beer too.
very
and
good
It has that. We had the smoothness with the bite that this had.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I like where the bite comes in on this, too.
Yeah, it's not at an unpleasant time.
No.
It's exactly where needed.
Nope. This one knows how to fight. I like it.
I'm actually pleasantly surprised.
Mike, what do you think? What would you rate it at?
So I'm going to give this one a 4 also. It's very pleasing. It's got the nice little hot bite that I like. And this one's also dangerous because it's
At
the
8.2.
the high
Yeah.
horsepower.
Yeah.
You can mess around, drink 4 of these and
Find
up
out.
on the butt also, yeah.
Yeah. And need a bite to eat before you go home.
yeah, for
Maybe a
real.
nap. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What this gives you isn't enough to feed you.
Well, Nick, what do you rate it at?
He likes his math. E equals MC squared. No,
Jeez.
I'm gonna sit fat and happy at a 4.
Okay.
A little
Excellent.
less than the last one. You're welcome. But I do enjoy how smooth the last one is. It's missing that one little it factor, just like the other one was.
Right.
But
Yeah.
still, honestly, fantastic beer.
And if people are getting used to you, they're probably getting an idea of what the it factor is for you. Well, Brando.
I'm going to go 4.25 on this one.
Wow.
I am impressed that the little baby to the bitch slap comes out with a little kick. It's probably the second child, so you know it's a little
more feisty.
Yeah, more feisty, a little more hard to deal with. This is well done. I like where the hop bite comes in. Really pleases my mouth. Yeah, this is a very pleasant beer to drink.
Kind of beer that brings you back to Almost
Yeah.
Famous?
Yes.
There we
Yes.
go. Beautiful.
You know what's funny? Like for me, I think this version I'll get lost because it tastes. It has that New England double IPA taste. Where Bitch Slap I'll remember, but this one it'll get
lost in the world
lost
of
in the
New
world
England.
of New England IPAs.
Yeah, because there's so many out there.
Oh, yeah.
Billions.
But at the same time, you're giving it a rating that I personally feel is very, very fair because Mr. Wilfinger, who is the head brewer here, puts a lot of heart into his brewing.
Yeah.
You-
He
no,
came up with
you
that,
can
and
taste it.
you can taste it. So I agree with your ratings. We're on to our third beer in this flight.
And this is potential fame. Ooh, this is a regular New England IPA. 7.5 is what this boasts. So I'm expecting not nearly as bitter. I think it's what, 45 IBU.
No, we'll see.
Does this have any
what do you
lineage to the other beers?
He's, we got
Or
a
is
little
this
few
just
over
like
there,
its
so
own?
This is its own.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Lighter.
Going off you. Much lighter.
Much
Yep.
lighter.
It's like a nice lemonade.
Like a shandy.
Shandy.
Aroma?
You made that comment about the bitterness. I think I can smell that comment right there.
There you go. You see Brando. He's like,
Well, I learned
Yeah,
from our
'cause-
last one. I don't want to inhale it.
he's like cuffing it and
Yeah.
Yeah,
everything.
because what I smell, I don't fully understand. Like I'm trying to process what I'm like. I'm trying.
There you go.
I'm trying to like put in words what I'm smelling.
Are you grabbing pineapple?
No.
No.
No, I don't get pineapple.
I am. Their
Oh.
pineapple is pretty much what sums up what I'm getting from here.
My nose is digging for an aroma. Which, if you had to do aroma or taste, I would much prefer taste.
Oh,
But
yeah, every time.
I mean,
But it has like the
I almost wanna
slightest
say-
wrench aroma for me.
Whoa, wrench.
Wrench.
oh yeah,
Your go-to
yeah.
brewery.
Yes.
Yeah,
It took this
yeah.
long for them to do the first one.
I was editing the last time we were together, and I was listening to the whole industrial arts
Yeah.
brewing, and the way you describe stuff. Yeah. Oh, it's my go-to brewery, but I don't like any of their beers.
Yeah.
I still have a hard time with that, but it was a lot of
Like,
fun.
what it tastes like.
Right?
Yeah, I mean it happens. I mean palates, man, it happens.
Yeah.
All right, let's taste
Let's
this.
go. Yeah. I get the. Whoa, there's the pineapple.
Yeah.
I had a feeling you were going to come up with
There's the
It
pineapple.
does,
Pineapple.
no, it does have
we got twos on that one.
it has way more pineapple than ripe and cranky.
And this one is very light on aroma. We had to dig for pineapple, and once Bud said, pineapple. And it's like, okay, that's probably what that is. And then you taste it, and it's just a pineapple in your face.
Oh, yeah. It's like thrown right at your head.
100%. Like dodgeball with pineapples.
Exactly. But we did not do a good job dodging here.
No.
If you can dodge a pineapple.
Yep.
Dodge a ball.
But that's one of those great things where it's just a total mind fuck. Like,
Yeah.
oh wow, ooh, this I don't get any aroma, and you sip it and you're like,
That's
oh my
not a bad
god,
thing though, because
no.
we got two oohs. So I mean, it's
Tickle my brain.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I could smell the pineapple and the bitterness.
Oh, yeah.
But the taste of it-
There it is.
Yeah, it has that kick that I like.
Yep.
Beautiful.
So for me, this still like the smell is a little weird. I don't smell pineapple, but that's just me. The taste is pineapple up front, but it's got like this. For me, it's got like this weird aftertaste at the end that I'm not digging.
That you're not digging? Okay.
Is that the end that you're not digging?
I don't like that taste that is there.
It's like
I need to drink. Yeah,
The back bottom of your tongue. is where
yeah.
you
It's
feel
like
it,
I
right?
have to drink more to get rid of it, and then it's like okay, yeah, there we go. And then as the taste comes back, and it's like, no.
I gotta cleanse the
So
spices.
you wash it
hot
away
sauce.
every
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
and it remains at the end.
The funny thing is I'm not sure if we mentioned this last time we were together, but Nick and I have discussed something, and we're going to be doing something called the end of the beer.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you drink the beer, and you have that initial taste and
yeah.
rating, but then you finish the beer and come back and give the rating again. Because
Yeah.
a lot of times, your rating will change.
Yeah, which
Oh, yeah,
I've
definitely.
had
That's
to
why.
talk to you about many times that my first sip I didn't like. By the end, oh, I was loving it.
Right. It can go either way, though.
It definitely happens.
Yep.
And it's
So-
just, it's a strange thing. It's like once you hit the bottom, that's when the flavors finally come together.
Right.
Or even halfway through, you're like, wow,
Right.
this is incredible. Or just a high percent.
We've had so many beers where the flavor comes in stages.
Yep.
You know, you got your first taste of the beer, you get your initial taste. It's like, okay, that's not bad. And then as you drink, it's like you pick up on these other flavors that, oh, wait, that wasn't there at first.
Yeah.
You know?
Right?
And then when you get to the bottom, it's like, hold on, wait, that wasn't there in the middle. What's going
Right.
on?
Yeah.
Yeah, my notorious for that will always be the Ghost IPA from Pickle Island. I gotta say, first sip didn't like, second sip, same thing. Fifth sip, I was freaking loving that beer. It's one of my go-tos now.
Yep.
Just I don't know what happened.
Oh, that
between-
hop bite is
Yeah, that
awesome.
hot bite. Yeah, I love the hot
between
bite
that
of that.
point. So it's just funny how that works out.
Don't forget, your beer has now been sitting in oxygen.
Yeah.
Right.
And that changes
That
it.
changes
Yes.
things,
It
yeah.
really does. So, okay. So, guys, what's your rating?
I've actually had to
Hyundai
put,
Tucson hybrid.
Oh, there's a
think
car
it's more
beeping. I'm sorry, Nick. There's a car beeping in the parking lot. We are kind of, in the middle of everything right now, so there's a lot of background noise. Nick, go ahead.
well, now that I'm done fighting a car, I've actually this one I have to put a lot of thought in because to me there's a lot going on. As I do get further down because it's a smaller glass, it just everything's changing for me, which is the point.
Everything's
It's all
changing.
different now.
Yeah. Hair in funny places, your voice is dropping,
Yeah.
weird things are happening.
They're
Wow.
still up
Yeah.
there. No, let me take one more sip and see if I can give you something a little better.
Really? I think you just want an excuse to drink the rest of it.
You know, what?
Well, he did spill the hell out of whatever that was.
that was this one because it was really full.
It was.
Oh, okay.
He did the
There
same
you go.
thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say a 3.75. Honestly, it's
Okay.
still pretty damn good beer.
No, that's fair. That's very fair.
And it's one of those weird things. It does have a bit of the it factor that I,
Okay.
talk about,
Yeah.
but it is a damn good beer. I'd come back to it. I'd come back here just to have it, but it's still not quite to the par of I don't know where I am after 4.
Brando.
I'm going to go with the 3.5.
Boom. Done.
3.5.
3.5.
Yep. I like the pineapple. I like the what we call the mindfuck, where I didn't smell too much aroma, and what I did smell didn't match the flavor. But that doesn't affect my rating. That was just a cool kind of niche in this beer,
Yep.
which I think was cool. I like the flavor a lot. I like the pineapple. It brings me back to what I wanted from like Ripe and Cranky, the pineapple version. I would do this flight again.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. All right.
It's weird because this is the hardest beer I've ever had to rate,
Okay.
and it just something about it. I know I gave it one, but I don't know if I'm there.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you might change.
I don't know. That's the problem.
All right. You know what?
Just skip me.
Big Mike. Big Mike.
All right, so I got a 3 for this one. I can understand what they went for with the beer. For me, flavor profile wise, it just doesn't. The initial upfront flavor is okay. It's just the back end that just it does not work with my palate.
Okay.
Trying to think of the right word to say to describe. I kind of like weird bitter that I don't want.
Okay.
You know, that's what I kind of get in the back end, like a weird bitter.
Is it a
flavor that-
metallic bitter?
No, not like a metallic, just like bad hoppy bitter.
Okay.
Something that's just like tickles the
And
back of my
I
palate.
take it it's very strange since the bitter part of the beer that you like isn't that.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like-
it's
so-
the
just
way
like
he's talking
industri-
about it. It's hitting the real back of his tongue.
yeah. It
sits
gets
there.
to the back and it does not act
It-
right.
it
My
lingers.
palate's not happy.
But if this is anything like industrial art, you'll be back to drink this one time and time again.
No, for real. Yeah. I mean that's the only thing that the back end of it is not good. And the aroma is a little weird for me. I don't get pineapple. I get
Okay.
like a different aroma that I can't really describe. But that's.
It smells like beer in a glass.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I mean, I'm like as I was thinking to myself as I sip it, will it, the flavor change? Will the back end of it, taste a little better? But no, my palate's just like no.
Okay.
I get that same flavor. I just happen to like it.
Yeah, that's with me too. I
Okay.
like
Yeah.
it. It's still sitting in the back of my
Yes.
throat,
Okay.
Yeah.
and I'm still happy with it.
Yeah.
So now we're on our fourth beer. Brenda, what is that one?
This is the nice West Coast IPA that I'm hearing that Bud likes.
Oh.
This is How Soon Is Now. Preface this a little bit by Bud is not a fan of most West Coast IPAs,
No, I'm
but
not.
he is fond of this one.
Yes.
So
yeah, I'm interested to see.
Is it Westy? Is it not Westy? Is it Easty, Westy?
Because I like to slip him those, and every time he just makes this face.
Yup, right, yup.
It's every time.
You like to curl his stash?
Well, he doesn't do well with the West Coast. If he likes this one, I have high hopes.
Well, if I like this one, that means I'm going to leave it alone. You guys judge for yourselves.
So let's go.
If I'm going off of color alone,
First,
I'm not seeing Westy-ish.
I would not think this is a West Coast. So
There you go.
Like typical West Coast is more
More clear.
a little bit amber in color,
It's a lot more hazy.
and this is
Yeah.
hazy. Yeah, this is more hazy. I mean,
Not hazy like
no, you know what it
bitch
is?
slap.
It-
No.
yeah,
Oh, no.
No, this has like a little just like unfocusedness in the glass.
That's a good way to put it.
Possibly glaucoma.
Yeah, yeah.
You never know. Smell
So
it.
smell. Oh,
I do smell
get like
more
a-
bitter.
I get like a candy-ish aroma
Yeah.
out of it.
There you go.
I love the aroma of this one. I like
Yeah.
this candy.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's very pleasing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well done. Are
Let's
you
go.
ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Here goes a taste. They're sipping.
That doesn't taste West Coast at all.
No.
That's
a mid-coast.
yeah.
Yeah, that's like.
Yeah, actually,
Is that like Oklahoma?
no. You
Yeah.
know what? So there is a thing that some people do that they do like a mix of an East Coast West Coast. I would say if they called it that,
They'd be spot on.
That would be spot on. That it's like a mix of an East
Right.
Coast West Coast.
The West Coast, I'm
But-
not. It's too New England juicy.
Describe this in what juicy is the word I'd pick.
yeah.
Yeah, you could do a juicy West Coast. I guess you could call it that.
Yeah.
I'm failing to notice the West Coast.
I think Hooker Brewing has a beer that they say West Coast meets East Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's probably a good way to describe this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit
Yeah.
hoppier than the other beers, but
drinking
still.
Yeah.
Right in the middle.
It 100% has attributes from the East and the West.
I feel that, but it's juicy.
Yeah.
But yeah. So West.
There's juice. There's
West
it's
Coast,
it's a
I
West
want-
Coast juice bomb.
You
Yeah,
tell
it's
me.
real juicy.
Yeah.
You tell me West Coast. I want hoppy. I want bitter bite and
Dry.
almost like palate cleansing.
Right.
Yeah, like
right.
like a mouth scraper.
Which is funny. They say that. That's why they put
That's
this on
yeah.
here,
That's
was
why.
to cleanse the
That's why I
palate.
put that there.
Yeah, yeah.
Because after so many IPAs, things can kind of get muddled into the your
Yup.
palate. So a nice hoppy bitter beer is always good to cleanse your palate at the moment.
Well said.
You know, and then that way when you get to the next beer, your palate's kind of like open to newer flavors and everything doesn't mix in together.
Right.
Well, you
Nice.
say the muddled. I'm still not muddled though. They've had distinct
Yeah,
flavors.
yeah, no, they-
which has been awesome.
Yeah.
I'm very happy
All-
about that.
All the beers have had distinct flavors. It's just you do it long enough, you know when to throw in something to just in case because you're sampling
Yeah.
all these beers. And
Right.
You don't know what they taste like.
Right.
You want a beer that's kind of like reset your palate a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
This doesn't really do that.
Yeah, no, I could
This
definitely- yeah.
more lends itself to the adding to the combination of flavors from the
Yeah.
other beers.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we got for ratings, guys?
So
Are we going by West Coast or just the flavor that we are getting?
How about just how you enjoy it?
Okay.
I mean, if we go strictly West Coast, yeah, it's gonna score low.
Right.
yes.
But how? Okay. Yeah, I know. I understand that completely. But I'm gonna say, and for the audience who's listening, we're gonna rate it according to how you like it
Yeah.
in flavor.
Right.
How about that?
You can call it a porter and have it a great beer and have it look like a hazy New England. And if it's good, that doesn't. Yeah, I'm not BJCP, whatever you want to call it. I'm not rating it at a competition.
It's 10% sewage water.
Right.
Right. Go ahead.
go ahead, Brando, rate it.
Oh, 3.5.
3.5.
It's got that quick bitter up front, and then it has that juicy that just slides along.
Right.
And takes it out of. Oh, it's West Coast, so I'll go surfing. It surfs along my tongue and takes away that bitter and replaces it with juicy. It feels like I took 2 quick sips of 2 different beers.
And then you wonder why you're on a New England beach when you're done surfing, right?
Right. Yeah. Man, that was crazy.
Well, wait.
Went around the world.
This ocean was. Wait, where the hell am I?
Cool. All right. Hey, Big Mike.
So I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay.
It's a very tasty beer. I can understand why you like it.
Right.
It's not very West Coasty.
Right.
But it's not a bad tasting beer.
No.
I think if they just put it like disclaimer in there, you know?
Or maybe dialed up the hoppy.
Yeah.
Not West Coast.
Yeah, or it's one of those things, the expectation.
Yep.
Here at West Coast IPA.
Yep. What do you think?
I'm 3.11.
We're going to have a conversation about your ratings, young man.
Hold on.
When
Okay.
the camera's off, he beats me.
You know what?
No, I don't.
That's when the beatings start.
I can understand the 3.1. 3.11? What's up with the one? What's up with the second one?
That's
Well,
just,
the
that's
second
thing.
one was to ruin your life. The ones after that was to ruin his life. So it's a good beer.
Yeah.
West Coast, not the least bit.
Okay.
But it's nothing for me to write home about, honestly. I wouldn't go home and be like, I went to Almost Famous to get this beer here.
Okay.
It wouldn't be this one, and that's why it's about
Right.
around middle
Okay.
ground, but it's still good, so it passes up.
All right. We're going to have the fifth beer coming up right after this message. The fifth beer in this flight, Big Mike.
Thick as thieves.
Thick as thieves.
The porter? No. Yeah.
Yeah, porter.
Yes.
Man.
Yes.
Coming in at 7 horsepower.
You can see that from here?
Yes. Because I have glasses.
I know.
Go get some.
He's cheating.
Again, fifth beer.
Fifth beer.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
color is, of course, darkness.
Darkness.
Darkness is spreading.
And it is spreading.
Smell?
What do we get?
Okay.
Nutty.
Good.
Nice,
Smells like a porter.
Smells like winter, like fall.
yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Brando, you come up with the most interesting descriptions.
Smells like a skydiver.
Smells like mom.
Wow.
Remember that?
Yeah. We used to have this thing.
Describe this beer's personality. And I said skydiver.
Yeah.
And it had, I don't know, it doesn't give anything.
What did Clean used to say? He used
Oh,
to
this
be,
one's a
Clean used
lazy
to be
backpacker, if I said anything.
lazy backpacker. That, you know what? That actually worked.
Again, fifth beer. Oh my God.
All right, let's go for the taste. Not bad,
It's warmer than I expected.
but that's what you want.
Yeah, you do.
Like most porters for me, just kind of they punch you in the face a little bit.
Drinking that,
Right?
punching you in the face.
I don't know. It's usually with the Irish.
So you're probably drinking your porters just a little too cold.
Well,
Go, Big
A
Mike.
little bit, just because a porter should not punch you in the face.
that's just what happens after.
That's different.
That's ABV.
Yeah.
The beatings will continue till morale improves.
So I like the nutty flavor you get out of it.
It's the most, I will say, it's the most subtle porter I've ever had.
Yes, it's not bold.
No, it's like, I'm a porter. Like
Yeah.
in the corner.
Yeah, and that's actually one of the issues with me right now is how subtle it is. Is it bad? No, it's not what you expect in a porter.
The flavor of the beer, very well done. The subtleness of it is the only issue I have. Like, I want that flavor, but pumped up.
Yeah.
So smack it at first. Because you
I
like
just-
the flavor, but you want it to be more like, boom, there it is.
No, I just want it to be, it's just like, it's at like a 10. I want it at like a 50.
Well, that's what and that's what I meant with the
Because-
punch in the face. Is usually porters they're very flavorful to me. It's not a subtle beer.
Like, this has all of the flavors of a porter that you like, but my tongue is like searching for them.
Yeah, and it's singing to you under its breath when you want a whole freaking choir, an orchestra.
Yeah.
Right, right.
And that's
Yeah.
what you need,
Yeah.
and I'm not seeing that here.
Mike?
So I enjoy the nutty flavor of it, but yes, you guys are right. It is a subtle flavor that this has. Like one of our go-to porters is Back East Porter.
Yeah.
Award-winning porter.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
it
sorry.
is.
I
Award-winning,
apologize.
yes.
Award-winning porter. For us, that is the standard of which a porter should be.
You're above or below.
Yeah, you're
Yep.
either above that or below that. This is on the lower end of that, but only just because, like they said, it's too subtle. But I mean, it's not a bad beer.
No.
I think this would be for someone who's not used to a porter. Maybe
Okay.
a good intro into porters.
A gateway drug.
Yeah, just to show, okay, this is the flavor that porters could be.
Maybe because when they have another porter, they're going to be making that face.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
when Bud has a West Coast.
Yeah.
Are we getting any coffee notes?
No, I get more nuttiness out of
More
it.
nutty.
When I
Okay,
stop
cool.
Drinking it, that's when I feel the coffee. It's after a long period of time, it starts to sink in.
You have to have some serious coffee flavor for me to taste coffee.
Okay.
I am a very bold flavored coffee drinker.
Oh, John Wayne kind of coffee.
So, yeah.
Yeah, my wife
so-
loves John Wayne coffee.
So if you come in with some Dunkin' Donuts kind of coffee flavored, no.
Gonna have to be a Starbucks, huh?
No.
Starbucks or Pete's or
Some homegrown stuff.
yeah. It's disappointing only because the flavor is so good when you get it.
I gotcha. Mike, what would you give it for a rating?
I'm gonna give this a 3.25.
3.25.
So the flavor's good. Yeah, the flavor's good. It's just it needs to be kicked up a level. Whatever it takes to get the flavor up notch more, that's all you got to do.
Okay. Nick?
I know I spent this whole time bashing it. Well, I'm at a 3.5.
Okay. That's very fair.
I know they were making fun of me for the punch in the face early, but they started to kind of understand what I was saying because
It took a while for us to come around.
exactly.
We're there.
It's not quite a roundhouse kick that you expect. Right
No
in the head.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah. Right from one, but honestly, it's smooth. It's good, and it's not overwhelming like some of them honestly tend to be.
Brando.
I'm gonna go on this 2.75 because I love the flavor. I just want more.
Okay.
I want it more and throughout the whole beer.
All right.
Yeah, because you get more of it on the back end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we had a flight of beers at Almost Famous Brewing in East Granby. We had some good ratings. We had some indifferent ratings. But all in all, I want to get a general feel, because this is your first time, guys.
Right.
I want to get a general idea of what you think of this brewery. And I mean the whole big picture. Look at this place and the beers that you drank. Brando.
It's a very well done brewery. You know, coming from, I'm a rocker in my head.
There you go.
Obviously didn't pan out that well, but I mean, you got like rigging for like the stage.
Mm-hmm.
You got the lights,
The guitar.
for tap handles, the Marshall amps,
Yeah.
the double stacks on each side. It is so well done, and I love the fact that like Almost Famous of it, the movie,
Right.
the band, it's got an absolute killer vibe in here. The tanks look great in the background. The arcade room looks awesome. The artwork on the walls. Overall, I'm very glad this is in the town that I live in. So I'll be back.
That's crazy.
Well done.
This is the town that you live in, and this is the first time you're here.
It is, and I also lived on Dudleytown Road in Windsor, and never went to back east, and it was right down the road.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean,
cool.
let's call it for what it is. I'm stupid, and
Now, you just like the exotic.
no, stupid. Mike,
I mean, I live literally 2 blocks away from Newport, and I don't really go. So,
But what do you think of Almost Famous?
Yeah.
What do you think?
So Almost Famous is a very well done brewery, just like
Yes.
Brando said. Aesthetically pleasing, atmosphere is cool,
Yeah.
and the beer is actually pretty good. I was surprisingly shocked how good the beer was. I nitpick about beer, but it's stuff that it's all drinkable.
And they're not even 2 years old yet.
Yeah, exactly.
right.
Exactly. They have so much room to evolve.
Yeah.
And that's the good thing. They make good beer now, and all they're going to do is improve.
Yeah, and Jim is just all about that. Jim and Chip, they really want to make sure that the public is getting what they want, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's awesome. Hey, Nick, what do you think?
Oh, this is my second time here.
Yes.
This is much more fortunate circumstances.
Yes.
But I gotta say, no complaints about
Nice.
anything.
Nice.
Even the beers, as he was saying, that I nitpick, they're still fantastic beers. I
Right.
mean, the thing I like the least is still a good beer.
Yeah.
Plain simply, and the atmosphere is always great. And I've met, the owners, fantastic people. They
Yes.
they care about what they do, and they care about who they serve.
Yes.
And that is a very, very important thing, especially in something like this where it's a community. That's the biggest thing. Right.
All right. Hey, so we're going to close this out. Well, there you have it. Big Mike and Brando, the Brewheads at Almost Famous Brewing, trying out some beers for the very first time. Now on to the holiday beer reviews. So Nick and I came up with a little something called After the Beer. When you first taste a beer, it gives you its initial impression, and you either like it or you don't like it. As you drink the beer, you may find that your opinion changes as oxygen gets to it, as it warms up a little bit. You may find yourself liking that beer more, or you may find yourself not liking it at all. So we want to do after the beer. We'll give you our initial review when we first taste it, down that beer, and then bring you our second review. That's something that you will be seeing on our social media platforms and also here on the show. So, here we go with the holiday beer review. Bud from Buzz Beer Blurb here.
And here's Nick, the delivery boy of beer.
Yes, Nick has brought us another one, and we are here to give you our holiday beer review. Thank you. All right, so Nick, what is this you brought us?
So Beer Claws this time brought us something from Abomination.
Beer Claws.
And this is always a solid go-to. Everything from Abomination is great. This is, hey, blank, 2023 too.
This is a podcast, you can say it.
Well, it says censored.
Okay, I'll be brave. And hey, fuck 2023 too. I know.
He said fuck.
But yeah, this is a triple dry hop Indian Pale Ale. And of course, you know, I've had F 2020, 2021. No, I didn't have 2021. I had 2022. And now 2023, and they've always been awesome.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure if there's a 2021, I've probably had it.
Exactly, yeah. So this has a 9.7 ABV, and it's triple dry hopped with mosaic hops. So I'm expecting
Good.
a good way
With
to
a
put
capital U with an umlaut over it.
Mosaic gives us a nice citrus, a nice sweet fruit, and a berry flavor. I'm expecting this to be very, very hazy and very thick. I'm hoping it's thick, and I like it thick.
I like them chunky.
Yeah, and chunky. You know, you can get that with these beers. And I'm expecting it to be on the sweet side.
Yeah, as long as it's not too sweet for me, you know, I don't have the greatest sweet tooth.
Okay. It has an alpha acid of 11.5 to 13.5, and, you know, its myrcene content is like 53%, so it could have a little bit of that hoppy bite that you like.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, you ready, Nick?
Oh, yes.
Here we go.
Nice.
Let's see what the nose says. Ah, yeah. Pineapple.
Yeah, right off the bat.
The pineapple is so prevalent, it's hard to pick up the others. It is super hazy. It's got a nice head on it, like, you know, one finger head, so not too much, but perfect if you ask me.
Yeah, the beer inside, I think, is just as beautiful as the beer can itself, the art on it. Always fantastic to look at.
Abomination always has that bizarre artwork, but a little bit of berry. You?
Mild. It's just the
Right.
pineapple is what's taken over for me.
Yeah. And of course the citrus is there.
Oh, yeah. Smells like mosaic.
Let's give it a taste. Oh, Abomination, you do not disappoint.
Never.
Slightly dank up front, so there's that part that you like.
Oh, yeah.
But then after that, I'm catching like tangerine, the pineapple, of course, citrus, lemon.
Well, it's funny because it's almost like they're all waiting in line. You know, you taste it, you get the dank, and then each one, you know, takes its turn, steps in, and that flavor's what you taste for a second or two, and it moves on.
Take another sip and then tell me what you got for the aftertaste.
Good.
That's not quite the word I was looking for, Nick.
You know me. Eloquent as always.
I think I'm picking more of a floral.
Yeah, it's at the back of my mouth is where I feel that.
Yeah, but it's nice. It's very good.
It's not too strong. It's not too subtle. It's just everything is kind of sitting where it needs to be.
And a 9.7, I think the alcohol's not
Mild.
like, yeah, it's not like burning your mouth in any way. It's in the back of the throat, but...
It's not what I like when the beer bites back, but,
right.
you know.
Yeah, but
this is still...
hidden well.
Yes.
It's blended well. Does it stand out from other IPAs here in Connecticut? There's the big question. It's the one we always have to ask because of the fact that, you know, you go from brewery to brewery and you grab an IPA. Triples usually have, you know, a lot more flavor, but, you know, there's a ton of triples out here. Does it stand out amongst its peers?
Well, that's where this is going to get funny because my rating, which will come soon,
Yes.
obviously the way I'm talking about is not going to be a low rating. This is
Right.
a fantastic beer. Mm-hmm. But in a lineup, I wouldn't pick it out.
Okay.
I don't think I'd be able to say, hey,
Right.
this was fuck 2023.
Right. Exactly. And not,
But this
you
is
know,
a damn good beer. It's fantastic by all means.
all right. Well, hey, while you're there, why don't you just give me a rating?
I'm going to say 4.25.
Wow, you're a lot higher than me.
Yeah.
But Don't forget, we have after the beer.
I know.
After the beer is
Well,
gone.
it depends on how fast I drink. I might forget we have that.
Yeah, that 9.7 kicks in again in other ways. Okay, so honestly, I'm a little below you, but still up there in terms of when I give a rating for an IPA. This is, to me, a 3 3/4. I actually can remember 2022 being a little bit sweeter. I like that myself, but yeah, I'm gonna go 3 3/4. We'll see when we're done.
Yeah.
What we got, but
Yeah, it's mine. As I said, very good beer, but it's just not as memorable. I don't even know if that makes sense.
it does. It totally does. You're judging it for what it is in your mouth at the moment, but when you put it in a lineup, I agree. Can you pick that beer out amongst other IPAs in Connecticut? And
Yeah, as far as triples go, I don't think so.
Right.
I'm just a sucker for a triple, is all it is.
Right. All right. So there's our rating. There's our assessment. But we'll be back with After the Beer. Okay. So this is After the Beer. We are going to give you our opinion of Hey 2023 2. It's a very good triple IPA. We both gave it a good score. Nick, you gave it a really high score.
I was at 4 1/4.
Okay. And now we've chugged this thing down, and yes, it is definitely a 9.7.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I'll go first. You went first in the first one, so
Okay.
I'll go first this time. And I'm going to stay where I was. I'm at a 3 3/4.
It's funny because if I could flip something like a table, I'd be flipping it because I'm also staying exactly where I was.
There it is. So,
But again, fantastic beer, but I'm a sucker for a triple.
right. Yeah,
And
me
it's
too.
just, it's almost simplicity in its finest. And I love that. But I couldn't pick it out of a lineup of the same types of beer.
Right.
But
right.
they're all going to be good.
So, and we're both very partial to triples. So much flavor in a triple.
Oh,
And I love the higher ABVs because I actually love that alcohol taste.
yep. And that I would have scored higher if I like getting punched when I drink.
Okay, here you go.
There might be some Irish in me.
Hi, that's right, son. All right, well, there you have it. After the beer, we both stayed where we were, so very solid scores. Very
Yes.
solid scores. All right. We're going to move on to one more holiday beer. And hey, Nick, what is the second beer you brought us?
So St. Nick brought from Berkshire Brewing Company the Holidale 2023.
Holidale?
Holidale.
Like an ale?
Yep.
Oh, my God.
It's a triple IPA. It's an India Pale Ale brewed with juniper berries.
And you said Berkshire?
Yes, Berkshire. I love Berkshire.
I've had some really good luck with them. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Fantastic place. It's South Deerfield, Mass. If no one's been there,
Right.
Please, please, please. Anyways, it's an IPA. Obviously, it's
Yep.
a triple. With juniper berries, allspice, and orange peel. Now, you were saying something when you were looking through it of gold and silver.
Yeah.
What were you on about with that?
Hang on, I'll bring that back up. But what is the ABV on this one?
This is 11, and this
God,
isn't a
Nick.
small beer either.
Yeah, this is specialty beer. It's in a bottle. How many ounces is that bottle?
I don't know.
Come on, Nick. You need my glasses?
I might. I'm squinting at it. It's a pint.
Okay, it's only a pint.
Only a pint.
It
but
looks like so much more.
it's a beautiful looking
Yeah,
pint. I had
it's-
to tell you that.
It's bigger than it looks, or smaller than it looks. Anyway,
That's how you use that counts.
so it's how you drink it. So you brought us a 9.75 and 11. Wow. Okay, let me see if I can read this. So the description from the brewery, it says an American-style triple IPA offering notes of citrus, pepper, and stone fruit. Oh, that makes it sweet.
I love stone fruit.
Stone fruit that are enhanced with hot and gold side infusions of sweet orange peel, allspice, I love allspice, and juniper berries, which you just read. But the way they describe that is like enhanced with hot and gold. Hot and gold. Hot and gold. We're out of Rudolph, right? Yeah, we had a 9.75. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, don't mind us.
And then it says Belgian candy syrup, which expresses intense notes of raw honey, caramel, and biscuit.
You said biscuits?
Biscuit, dude.
Like Popeyes?
No. God, no. when you start getting biscuit into your malt profile, it's something special, So, hey, I rinsed out the Bud's Beer Blurbs pint glasses, and we're going to give this one a taste.
Unfortunately, we're not popping a can this time.
No, so I have to get to the bottle opener. Here we go.
Noise.
I'll try to pour only half.
Okay.
I'll try.
I expect it perfectly measured.
Yeah, right. Picture that. That looks like half.
Yeah, good enough.
Yeah. Oh, really? That's more than a pint.
Yeah.
Dude, that is definitely more than a pint.
Today
I just filled up my glass a little more than halfway, and I got the pint glasses, and you just filled up yours 3/4 of the way, and you're handing me the bottle back. Yeah, that's definitely more. That's like 2 pints. There's a little bit more left. Here you go. Okay, so this is a beautiful, deep golden amber.
Yeah, I was going to say amber.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. We didn't even...
a little bit of a head on it, which is like a 1-finger head. Dude, that is gorgeous. You know what? Where's my phone? Dude, let's take a photo
Absolutely.
of that. We've got to take a photo of this because... Here, make a funny face behind it or something. Hang on.
Let me put my normal face.
Exactly, yeah. Like I said, a funny face. We'll post this one on Bud's Beer Blurb Instagram for you, and you can take a look at it, folks. That is a beautiful color. Let's see what the nose says, though, because, we poured it already.
Yeah.
Oh, I catch malt.
Yeah, that's a lot more than I thought it would,
Yeah.
honestly. I thought it, because of how much was going on here, that it was be a
Right. You
absolute sock in the nose, but...
You talk about a triple IPA. You're thinking, hop. No, this is all about the malt.
Malt.
That is beautiful. That is sweet.
It's them biscuits.
Bready. Exactly. Those biscuits, it's described as bready. That's beautiful. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of the allspice. I am catching that.
Absolutely.
I really thought smelling this would be a little noisome, a little offensive.
No.
But I thought it was going to hurt the nose because of how much was going on. But this is a very, very pleasant malty smell.
Absolutely. All right. Well, hey, let's give it a taste.
Oh.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hi. Wow, that's intense flavor. The alcohol is very
right there, yeah.
Wow.
The kick in the nose I was talking about was actually in the mouth this time. Holy moly.
Okay, hang on. Taste that. Definitely bready. There's like a vegetation. What is that? That's almost like cabbage. It's not in a bad way either.
No, it's honestly to be exactly what I thought I was going to taste here. I mean, the last one I brought was my safe word beer.
That is amazing.
Yes, this is...
Dude, right off the top, 4. I'm sorry, 4 1/4. 4 1/4. That is amazing. There is so much flavor in this beer.
Yeah, I'm going to pull the trigger too at a 4 1/4. I know it's same as the last one, but the huge difference is you set up a bunch of triples. Mm-hmm. I take a sip of this. I will know exactly where it came from,
yes.
Who made it. So
yes, you will remember this one.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's no denying it. I was speaking to you before. Berkshire usually has a... I always describe it as a spice, not like spicy, but it's just the allspice in this. That's the type of thing I'm talking about. And Berkshire seems to have that it factor I talk about.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
They're all memorable beers.
Hang on. There's a problem, though. That's a small problem, but it's
Bless
getting
you.
bigger. Yeah. It's got a lot of carbonation to it.
Yeah.
Wow. I you know what? I might even be a little low. After the beer, I might go up. Honestly.
11%. Your vote's going to go up and your body's going to go down.
11%, yeah.
Yeah.
After a 9.7. Wow, yeah. A little dank in the back. See, that's what I want to do right there, Nick. It's stuck.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
This is
something you need to try.
Yeah. So I was going to say, the dank comes in afterwards. You get those notes of bread immediately. You get the alcohol immediately. But then in the background, you have a little dank, not oppressive dank at all.
Yeah, it sits there.
Yes.
But it doesn't, it's not, one of those things we've had where it sits and, poking at you. It's a nice soft blanket sitting on the back of your mouth, like a nice microfiber fleece. I'm enjoying having it there. That was a beautiful thing.
You ever drink something or eat something where it like sends chills up your spine?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That last sip just sent chills up my spine.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Berkshire, wow.
He's got goosebumps.
I do. Like, my goosebumps have goosebumps. You know what? We're going to come back after the beer. We're both at 4 1/4?
As of right now, yes.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where we're going to go with this one, Nick. So, hey, we'll be back with After the Beer. After the beer is done, we got Berkshire Brewing Company's Holidale Triple IPA, 11% ABV.
11%.
Nick and I have pretty much finished it. I got one more gulp left. Here we go.
He's slacking. I finished mine. Chug, chug, chug. There it goes.
Nick, after the beer, what do you say? Where is your rating? Or wait, any comments?
This is a fantastic beer. I know we've been, saying that over and over again. It's so good, I forgot my last rating was
4 1/4.
4 1/4.
Really? Really?
It's been a whole 5 minutes. Come on, man.
You and I both said 4 1/4 on this one.
I'm coming up.
Oh, I'm coming up.
So I'm thinking 4.5.
Really?
And I know we talked about the last beer, good beer, triple IPA.
Yep.
Couldn't pick it out of a bunch.
Right.
And I believe I talked to earlier. Mm-hmm. I could pick this out lineup of 100, 1,000.
Absolutely.
Easily recognizable beer. This has the it factor that I love so much in beers.
Yep.
It has the alcohol that you can taste a little bit, that little kick.
Hey.
It has the dank. It does have that.
Yep.
Which
But not too much.
It's not too much. I mean, you weren't crazy about that. You had to cleanse a little bit.
But you know what? Okay, so yes, I had a couple of salty chips to help with it, but it wasn't offensive in any way, Nick.
Well, yeah, which to me, I like the dank. So,
right.
As I was saying before, it sat fat, it sat happy. It was there at the back of my mouth. Mm-hmm. I was loving it.
So you're 4.5 now?
4.5. Fantastic beer. Dang. I'd 1,000,000% get this again.
Okay. So, hey, Nick, I'm right there with you. 4.5 on this one. The malt flavor profile on this thing is amazing. It is delicious. Forget the alcohol and the kick that it has. The malt on this is just bready. It's so perfect. The hop profile, I'm not even sure. It doesn't tell us what hops it used. But you know what? It doesn't matter because the malt is just that perfect. I love it.
Yeah, the only issue I had with this is it ran out too fast.
Oh, God. You should have bought 2.
Yeah, exactly.
So here's the thing, though. We poured this into 2 pint glasses. It says 1 pint, but I'm telling you, 2 pint glasses, we filled up 3/4 of the way at least.
At least.
Right. And maybe
yours
it
was damn near
better. Yeah. Close to 2 pints. So I don't know how they can get away with saying that this is a pint. But
you bastards, you put more in there.
How much did this cost, Nick?
I think it was around 11.
$11 for one
for a pint.
A pint.
But it is
their pint.
Damn good pint.
Yeah.
Worth every. I'd spend double.
Yeah.
On this, honestly, I really would.
I had a couple beers that we were gonna review also, but you know what? No, I think we're good. If I drink another one of these high ABVs, we're going, hey, can you buy me a Blurb?
This is Nick.
Yeah. You know what? I think that we can wrap up our holiday beer review with Berkshire's Holidale Triple IPA. Beautiful beer.
Absolutely damn near perfect.
Beautiful. Hey, everybody, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And it's noise.
Noise!
So, come to find out, after I read the label, the beer said 1 pint plus 6 ounces, so that's 22 ounces. A little bit more than a pint, if you know what I'm saying. Hey, listen, we had a great time making this episode. And we thank you so much for joining us. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. I'm Bud from Bud's Beer Blurb, and I'll be tipping one back for you.